Alright gang, welcome back to our competitive one-tile challenge here on Farmlands with my friends Rusty Money Gaming and Crest2. Make sure you check out their videos. Links to their channels will be down below in the description. It's May. I don't have a ton of money. Where we left off in the last episode, I actually had quite a bit of money. Well, I say quite a bit of money. That's relative. It wasn't a ton of money, but we had a lot more than we have now. There's a couple reasons for that. I've already purchased some of this stuff. Specifically, I had bought some more food for our chickens because they are out, so they're not producing right now. I bought some more silage because we ran out of silage additives, excuse me, because we ran out of that, so the silage is not producing. And I also put down one of those productions that we talked about at the end of the last episode. Specifically, I put down the cricket production. So we already have a pallet of crickets, which is fantastic. Not really a way for us to pick them up, though, without utilizing the little trickery that I was using before, which is borrowing or stealing, as Crest2 and Rusty like to call it, the shop forklift, right? That's the only way I have to actually move those, very similar to our aged goat cheese. But nonetheless, we do have some crickets underway now, which is great. Now, the crickets themselves, they do not fluctuate all that much. I already had it loaded up here, so as you can see, 1,097 to 1,100, there's really no fluctuation at all on those. So that's pretty exciting as well, right? So we will more than likely be selling those today because that's going to produce a little bit of money back for us, which is fantastic. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Feels like for all of you, it definitely doesn't feel this way, but for me, it's been a while since I've done an episode on this, similar to Rusty and Crest2, because they were nice enough, as I mentioned before, to do 2 recordings in a matter of a couple of days for me, since I was going to be out of town. So it's been a while, right? So when I came in here, I wasn't even exactly sure what we were going to be doing today, but long story short, well, first of all, we're doing the fertilizer here in the field of oat that we drilled in the last episode. Ideally today, depending on how much money we make after we sell all the stuff that we have to sell today, we get some kind of a planter. We put corn in that field. Remember, I kept going back and forth on what I was going to do. I think I'm going to stick with trying to put corn in there for the time being. If it doesn't work and we aren't able to get there, then we'll have to shift gears and see what else we can do. Might have to be something where nothing goes into that for a little while. Now, I am going to turn on the lines here for a minute, just because I want to make sure I'm going down the correct path here. We've got this grass field to mow as well. We started mowing that in the last episode. Obviously, you can see there's clearly a different, height there of the grass. We do need to put an application of fertilizer down on that grass as well, which we will do immediately after we're done doing this field. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well. Things are good, man. All things considered here, they really are. Other than that, that's really the main things we have to accomplish today. So it's actually quite a lot. It really is. But really, for me, the biggest goal today is not necessarily to try to make a bunch of the money back, other than having enough money to be able to afford getting some kind of a planter for that field there. Now, more than likely, what we're going to have to get is that small planter that we saw a number of episodes back, our buddy Crest2 using, right? It's a very small one. It will take a while to do it. But as long as I get it done, regardless if it's on camera with all you, if I finish it off camera, whatever it may be, as long as I get that done, then I think we're going to be in a good spot. We're going to be in good shape, I should say. So, in the distance there, actually, if you look close enough, the one that looks like little white triangle roof there with 2 doors there, that is the cricket production. We will go look at that a little bit closer here in a little bit. But yeah, I also had been thinking back and forth a little bit about the chickens, right? So I love that chicken greenhouse that we put down. I think it's an awesome production. However, it does only allow us 300 chickens. After kind of watching, how many sheep and goats we can get with our little trick we did here, I think we can probably do a similar trick with the chickens in this same field here. So there's a high probability that we might end up doing that. I'm not necessarily saying we'll get rid of that greenhouse for the chickens. We might, but not anytime soon, let's put it that way. But we might add chickens over here as well, just as an extension. Some more animals here in our little animal rectangle, if you will. quite a few pallets here have spawned as well. We've got a second pallet, actually. As a matter of fact, the second pallet of wool has started to spawn, which is fantastic. We do have a pallet of goat milk. I'm not sure exactly how much milk is in there, but regardless, we will be taking that and putting that into our aged goat cheese production as well, because that is going to make us some big money in the long run. So we want to make sure we keep topping that up anytime we can, so we'll do that today as well. Other than that, man, that's really it. I mean, we can mow this grass. I would love to do it. I'm just not sure if we'll have enough time to do it today. If we don't, we can always do it in the next month. But yeah, we're doing all right, man. We're doing all right. I think there's a little bit here in the middle that's going to be missed. Oh, Rusty looks like he left the server and then rejoined the server. Not sure what's going on there. Hopefully he's okay. I guess I should pull up our chat here. Said he lost connection, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to monitor it, so bear with us for a minute in case there is a bit of a random cut for some reason. That's the reason why. Now, we've got $12,000. Not a ton of money. I decided to pass on the tractor. The thoughts were mixed, put it that way. Most people were in the same mindset as me, which was not to get it. We've been able to do everything we need to do with this tractor for the most part up to this point. It's a tractor that I love. I love that tractor. It's expensive. We don't really have the money for it. If we were a little bit later on in the series and we had some money to spend to try to help speed things up for us whenever we need to, absolutely 100% probably would have purchased it. But in this instance, just didn't seem like it was the smartest play. So I've decided to pass on that. Now, as a matter of fact, I think it is still out in the used market. It is, so if we decide to do so, we can. This also caught my eye. Obviously, you don't have the money for it right now, but this caught my eye. Would love to have that. But again, that is going to be something that, well, quite frankly, we're not really going to be able to utilize that for a while. We'd also have to get a trailer, right? And none of those are really cheap. I think the cheapest one we have installed is like 40 or 50,000, something like that. So even though that's a fantastic deal on that, you're still looking at 60 grand for that, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now. I can just kind of stack the trailers together like we've been doing, right? And that will, accomplish what we need for the time being. So not exactly what we're looking for right now, unfortunately, but anyway. So we're going to look at this cricket production here in just a second, and as you can see, there are 2 pallets now that have spawned, so that is great. If we're making about 1,000 per of one of those, which is what it looks like we're doing, we should have this paid off in a pretty quick turnaround, which is great, right? That's great. Okay, so this should be empty. Yep, it is. So we'll go ahead and pick this up. I don't know how much is in here. 625, so it's not even full, but it's a little over half. But it'll at least get the aged goat cheese production going once again, which is great. Now, just kind of to show you what I'm talking about. See, I can't. There's no liftable. It doesn't interact with that liftable bale on pallet mod, so it doesn't work. Very similar to the aged goat cheese one, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to borrow the forklift yet or not. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to go a different approach. But nonetheless, we're going to sell these pumpkins. I need to figure out where we're going to sell them. I'm assuming it's the same place we always sell them, but we'll take a peek just to be safe and make sure we're correct. So it has dropped, but as I mentioned, it's not a huge drop in the pumpkins, and really we need the money anyway. So I'm going to continue to sell them right now. Later on, as we continue on with this series, there will be a point where we don't really need the money like we do now, and we'll probably hold on to them until it's the best time to sell them, just to squeeze out another tiny bit of money, right? So we've got the restaurant at 933, so that is a different location. So we'll go sell them at the restaurant. Rusty got disconnected again. Ooh. I'm going to keep an eye on this again. He keeps getting disconnected. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's having some connection issues of some sort. Now, I did top off the water already in the pumpkin greenhouse as well, so we don't have to do that today. I did it at the exact same time I was doing the crickets. I kind of put, this one very close to the water tank on purpose. So, as at the current situation, right, those are the only two things we really need the water specifically for. I can, load and unload immediately on the fly and not really have to move this. So, for the time being, that's kind of what we're going with. All right, looks like he's back again, so hopefully he's doing better. Speaking of this, actually, as a matter of fact, before we move on, I need to take a peek at the eggs. I should have all this memorized. I don't. Yeah, November. Okay, so, I mean, actually, the price isn't terrible, but 1229, that's actually pretty good, honestly. But we're back. I don't know if Rusty was trying to say something or not, but we'll see what happens. If he gets kicked out again, we might have to take a quick pause here and see what's going on, see what's wrong here. Now, I talked about, how we had more money. Obviously, we did. You know that if you watched the last episode. Put down that cricket greenhouse that was around $10,000 to place. I bought 1 pallet of silage additive and 2 pallets of wheat, chicken feed, basically, for the chickens. Now, eventually, we hopefully won't have to be doing that anymore. This will probably be the last time we have to do it. But they are empty, so they are not producing any eggs for us right now at all, and I really don't want that to happen, so... okay. Am I going to have to take these off one at a time here? It's a little weird, isn't it? Okay. Alright, I guess I'll take it one by a time. Yep. For some reason, this is too high in the air, I guess. This is definitely helping us get back into a better spot there. $16,000. That's a lot better spot to be in, let's put it that way. So we're going to head up to the shop now, and we're going to pick up all that stuff that I told you I purchased. And then that way we can make sure we get our productions back up and running again. Specifically the chickens and our silage pole. While we're here, not that I really want to spend the money on the gas, but while we're here, we might as well go ahead and top off. Because we're not getting rid of this tractor more than likely anytime soon, since we did not buy that case. So... and there's my stuff right there waiting for me. Now, we're getting quite a lot of equipment at this point. We really... I mean, it's not really the most financially feasible thing right now, but really we should probably be putting down some kind of a shed to store all this stuff, right? We have one shed, but it doesn't really fit a whole lot. That was also by design. Very similar to this tractor and it being kind of a pain. Those are all by design to make our lives a little bit more difficult. I had a few people ask a question, and I think it was in the original one tile challenge that I came up with before we started doing this one. And maybe they're watching it now. Maybe they didn't see my comment. I don't know, but I'll make a comment about it now. Why do you have to keep, certain things? Why do I have to keep this tractor? Why do I have to keep, etc.? It's because it's part of the actual rules of the series. It makes it more difficult. If I gave you this tractor, this trailer, and this shed, and you didn't like it, all of us don't really love this tractor the more we've used it, of course. But if I let you get rid of it, it gives you money to go and buy something else, and it just kind of removes the difficulty factor at play, right? We're all supposed to be starting with the exact same thing. I did, in this instance, allow them, if they wanted to get rid of the mower. I don't think any of them well, maybe Krusty has, I don't know, but I'm just going to say I don't think any of them actually have got rid of it, but maybe Krusty has. I feel like he has. But anyway, it's just another layer of difficulty that's added to the series. That's really the only reason for it. Just limits and makes you have to think a little bit more. Instead of getting rid of this stuff and then buying something that's way better and makes your life easier, you got to figure out ways to work around utilizing something that's not going to make your life that easy, right? That's the whole intention. So we'll put a little bit of this wheat in here. Should get them back into 100% health again and hopefully reproducing very, very soon, right? All right, so They should be good now. They are, but their health is obviously not in a good spot right now because, well, quite frankly, because they don't have any food. So that's why they're not in a good spot. But they're back up and running again. Also, I did extend our fence here. I haven't done a whole lot of the fence work since the very beginning, but I did extend it a little bit just to kind of keep that design going a little bit on the outside edge there of the area where our yard and some of our productions are going to be at, right? So I did extend that out a little bit, but nothing crazy. It was about $1,000, which is expensive, but for me personally, it was something I was willing to eat the $1,000 on. Let's put it that way. All right, so the silage is in there. They are going once again, which is great. And we'll see how things go there. Now, we'll go ahead and put this back over here. Now, the problem we're having right now, as you can clearly tell, we don't actually, as it currently stands, have enough money to buy this planter that I want to put down. I talked about that earlier on here in the episode, 16 plus minutes ago at this point. So it's going to pose a bit of an issue for us, but we should be able to get there by the end of the episode, I would suspect at least. We have those crickets to sell, right? Those 2 crickets are right there, are going to get us to 18,000 by themselves. We do have some silage to sell. It's not a ton, but we do have some silage to sell as well. And yeah, we'll kind of see how things go, I guess is how I'll put it. So, what are we going to do? Well, quite frankly, what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the mowing stage here. We're going to get more of that grass mowed up, bring it over, put it in to our silage pole, and keep that production nice and full of grass and ready to go. Let's see. We lost a couple of things. I don't know if somebody bought it or if they just fell off the page. Could be either. The planter specifically I'm talking about, just to kind of give you guys the ballpark of what I'm talking about. You saw it, I'm sure, but in case you stumbled across this, it's 20 grand. Not cheap, and it's very small, 2.3 meters. It's very, very small. But that's the one we're looking at, because that's really the only one that is even remotely affordable. So we're going to try to get there today. It will require us to borrow that forklift again, I think, but we're going to try to get there today if we can. We will see. Really depends on the silage, depends on the crickets. Hopefully we get another pallet of crickets. I think we're pretty close, I think. No, we're not. We're not close at all. Ignore me. I thought we were pretty close, but I guess I was completely wrong. The cricket production it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's also not the slowest thing. It's right where it probably should be. I talked to the past, right? Anything that is super unrealistic, you got to wait a month before you're going to go sell it, right? But that is not one of them. It's relatively reasonable. If it gets to a point where it is going too quickly for some reason, which it wasn't, I can tell you that. But if it is for some reason, then we'll pivot and make that change at that point. We certainly don't want myself or anyone for that matter to get a severe advantage over somebody else because something is going too quickly. It's just a matter of trying to keep it all fair for everyone and all of us agreeing upon whatever it is, right? Now, we are kind of cutting into that new crop we got. Normally, you wouldn't want to do that. The game's allowing me to do it, so I'm not going to really worry about it too much. But let's get the rest of this grass mowed. We're going to get all of this grass mowed up today. Might, like I said, put us in a bit of a pickle for the next episode. I guess it really just depends. Maybe we won't do the whole thing. Maybe we'll just do part of it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where we get to time-wise. Make a decision from that point, I guess. All right, we got our first load here. We're going to go ahead and unload these bales, and hopefully they all accept without any major issues. Well, 2 didn't. I should be able to pick those up and just throw them in here, though. These are small enough bales that it shouldn't be a problem. Perfect. All right, stop unloading, and then put them back into operating position. Watch out, sheepers. Coming through. Didn't take too long. We just went ahead and decided to do the whole entire grass field here anyway. And when I was doing all of the mowing work here, the more I think about it, and I keep going back and forth about that field, but the more I think about it, I think we should wait on getting the planter. There's multiple reasons that I've already mentioned many times in the past, so I won't go heavy into detail here because you've heard them already plenty of times, but we know it's not lost on me the fact that we have a header that we have to pay for here very, very soon. We are going to be harvesting sooner than you think. So I think actually it might just be in our best interest to not do any of that, and then maybe we can wait and do canola in there in August or something. Or whatever. Something else. Doesn't matter. Wheat, barley, whatever. I think we go that approach. Yeah. I mean, I also forgot to pick up the wool here. As a matter of fact, I didn't actually look to see when wool was best to sell. So it may not be best to sell right now anyway. Let's take a look at that while we're in here. Also, we plan to put down a production for the wool at some point in the future as well. I'm not sure it'll be today, though. Actually, wool is pretty good right now. So, yeah, we should probably sell that today, too. So, stop unloading. All right. I'm going to throw these up here right now while we're here. We might as well, right? And then we're going to borrow the forklift once again. And they're going to yell at me once again. To, not really. They thought that was genius. Well, first of all, they said, I thought it was only for the shop. I'm like, well, you guys aren't using it for the shop. They're not using it for the shop. We've got the liftable bale and pallet mods. Nobody's using it. I'm the only one that was using it. So I decided to be a little creative with it. Anyway, yeah, we need to see where we're going to sell this wool at. I don't really know where we're going to be selling it at. I would suspect it's probably not the same location as the crickets, but I mean, I don't know. It could be, I guess. 31's not really going to do a whole lot, but we'll bring it over here anyway. All right, let's go borrow this. Oh, they moved it way far away to hide it from me. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, he's still at the shop. I need to go mess with him while he's here. Well, I say he's still at the shop. I don't know for sure if it was Crestu or not. I'm just assuming it was Crestu, but I don't know that for sure. No, he's stuck. I can't even get rid of him. Oh, it's great. That's just good quality fun right there. I'm telling you, that's just too fun. Anyway, I'll bring this back up and we'll get the crickets on the trailer. Oh, he's coming back after me. I better turn it back on. Oh, that's funny. I think he's going to try to help me now. Well, he was going to try. There we go. How nice of him to write me back up. Watch him just run right into me again. He thought he was being sneaky and that I wouldn't find it for a while. Oh, that's fun, man. That's just fun. Alright, well after that that fun debacle there, we've got the crickets up here so we can go figure out where we're going to sell these suckers at now. The wool we are taking to the farmer's market. Okay, we know where that one is. I think it's the base one. Yeah, the base one. Okay, so we know where that is. The crickets, though, where are those suckers going? I'm going to go back up to the top here because it's going to make a lot more sense for me to do that. Crickets, here we go. Selling station 1124. Yeah, that's the best price, 1124. Which selling station are we going to? Okay, that one. Okay. Let's let's go do this. Now, more than likely what I'm going to do here, to try to make sure that we don't sell the wool at the wrong place, because we want to get the best price for the wool, really. We'll take the wool first, and I'm going to pick the wool up by hand and throw it into the sell point, and then we'll take the crickets over to that sell point. I think that's the best way to go about this. This should be pretty decent, right? This should be pretty decent. Should put us somewhere in the range of 19,000. If we're lucky, maybe we'll hit 20, but I don't think we will. I think we'll be just short. Yeah, like right now is the time when I would be utilizing that forklift normally, but well, we've got it. We might as well use it. 210 for that. Actually, we might actually hit 20,000. Yeah, I think we're gonna. Well, we're gonna be just short of it, aren't we? We're gonna be just short. That's what I said we were gonna be. Yep, just short. 19,956. I actually thought we were going to be shorter than that. I thought it was going to be mid-19s, but we are very, very close, actually, to 20,000, which is good, man. That gets us back in a lot more of a comfortable spot, in my opinion. We certainly don't want to have a ton of money at hand right now, because we've got things we can utilize it on, but we also don't want to have no money at all. That will put us in a pretty big pickle. If something good comes out in the used market, right? We want to have that ability to potentially get something if it does come out there, right? So we're going to drop this off here. Now that's really the main thing left to do today. So what we're going to do is probably sell some of the silage that we've created here. We can do fertilizer over here on this field, but I'm going to wait till the next episode. Like I said, next episode we're probably going to have very little to do. We will see. Maybe I come up with something else even crazier than what I did for this field here. I don't think I will. But you never know. I guess you never know, right? Yeah, I'll leave it at that. You never know. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot. If we're going to do any kind of planting stuff, it has to be today in May. We can't do anything after that, so... Now, we do have 19,956, which is a great amount of money. A fantastic amount of money, as a matter of fact. But we're looking good here. Now, when is our first field going to be ready to harvest? It's going to be a while. It looks like it's going to be a while. Well, our grass field, but I'm talking about crop field. It's going to be a bit. So we've got a wheat field, we've got our canola field, which I think is the first one we put in, so that means the canola will be ready to harvest not next month, but the following month. That probably sounds right. Well, maybe not. It might be the month after that, isn't it? It's either July or August. It might be August. But either way, that's we've got to pay for the header, right? So that's the thing that's just, you know, keeping in the back of my mind, is that I do have to pay for a header for our harvester. We got very lucky with that harvester. The guys, I don't think, have bought a harvester yet. We will take a look here in just a second here, but we're going to see if we can get some silage in here first of all. It's not going to be a ton. It's probably not going to be a full trailer load, as a matter of fact. Ooh, actually, it is going to be a full trailer load. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I should have changed that other trailer then. Yeah, there's not much left in there, though. We can't really do two trips. It's just going to be a one-trip sell, but that's fine. It's still going to be a little bit of extra money. We're going to go to the train. We haven't done the train in a while. I know I probably shouldn't. I'm a little nervous about doing it, but we're going to do it anyway. And in the process, we're just going to kind of do a little bit of a drive-by here and see what everyone's doing from a distance. Like I said, we will go into the drone and take a look at everyone, but we're going to look and see what everyone's doing. It looks like Rusty's been off selling stuff. He's got his double trailer loaded up. I'm assuming he's been selling more silage. He's been doing a lot of grass mowing. He's been trying to catch up to me with the grass mowing. I now have a much smaller amount of grass to mow than he does. I guess the other option we could do with that field over there, instead of, you know, waiting to turn it into a crop, we eventually could do that, but I guess we could put grass in there in the next episode. And then we can mow it, and then obviously put something in there after we're done mowing it. I guess we could go that approach. That's an idea. That's an idea. Did Crustu get rid of all of his... He get rid of them all. He get rid of his... What? Where did his goats go? Oh, he put them over here. Okay. He got rid of... He went a different path. He got rid of the goat setup that he had and went a different path. Oh, he's got a harvester. He's got a harvester, too. Interesting. Okay. Well, while we're here, I might as well just go ahead and take a peek and see what Rusty's up to, excuse me. Rusty's selling stuff still. He doesn't have a harvester yet. How much money does he have? Wrong thing. Ooh, Rusty's got 58,000. Woo! Alright, we might be in a little trouble here, gang. We might be in a little trouble. He's got a lot of money. He's been selling a lot of stuff. He's making himself some good money. Alright, we're pulling up here. This should get us over 20,000, which is going to be good, right? It'll put me in a little bit of a happier spot. So, a couple things I want to look at here. So, we talked about, obviously, the cricket farm, right? We talked about that already. I did tell you there is a production for it that turns it into the flour. I'd like to look at that. I think it's not cheap, if I remember correctly. I just don't remember exactly how much it was. 50 grand. Yeah, so we're not close to it yet. But maybe soon enough we will be. Yeah, this is good. This is good, man. This is good. 22,659. It's a good spot to be in, man. That's where we're going to leave off, too. So we're going to leave the episode at this point. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash the like, subscribe button for me. In the case you've yet to do so, thank you to my members. Cannot thank them enough. If you want early access to videos like this one, check out that members link down below in the description as well. Check my other channel out, all the stuff, Discord, everything. It's all down below. Once we get back up here to the bridge, I will give you a bit of a bird's eye view with the drone, as I mentioned I would do. We kind of did it already, but we'll look a little bit closer, see if we see anything else potentially. But as I mentioned before, I highly recommend you check out their videos for further details and just to hear their inputs and their perspective, if you will. I want to make sure I get across the bridge here before I go into the drone. I don't want to go into the drink like Rusty has in the past, where we had to buy that big massive claw to get him out of there. All right, we're going to do that now. We'll go ahead and keep on driving and just take a peek here and see what we got. All right, so he's got stuff growing here. He's got stuff growing here, which I kind of want to take a look and see what he's got in the ground here. So he's got a lot of stuff in here. A lot of different stuff going on here. He's got that harvester. Rusty doesn't look like he's done a whole lot different today, unless I'm just missing something, but I don't see a whole lot of different changes here for him today. He looks like he was just doing a bunch of selling, which obviously makes sense when you see how much money he has. Let's take a bit of a peek here at our friend Krustu's crops and see what he's got here, because it looks a little bit different than what it had been, and he's definitely changing things up. And I need to catch up on the last episodes from the guys. I've been out of town, as I mentioned, so I don't really know what he's got. So that's just sorghum, okay? He's got the wheat there, which we knew about. The one over there doesn't look like your typical cereal crop. It looks like carrots or something. I don't think it is. It just looked like it from the angle we were in. It looked like it. What's he got here? Soybeans. That's a good one. That's going to make him some good money. We know this is a grass field. Those of you that hung around after I said we were done, that you're getting a little bit of bonus material here, if you will. This, that's what I was going to say. This does not. This looks like carrots, huh? Okay. I think we might have actually saw him doing this before in the past, but I just couldn't remember what it was. He's really putting the planters to work here. This looks like yeah, it is. It's another root crop. More carrots. He's going heavy on the carrots right now. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I will say that I was utilizing that same exact harvester in our Skyfen Aqua Farm series, and yeah, I didn't really like it. Didn't really love it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't love it. I'm not gonna tell him that, but I didn't love it. I didn't love it. He'll figure it out when he watches the video. It was a bit of a struggle to use. It's very slow. Alright, so this is just a big massive grass. He's just going heavy on grass. He's just going heavy on animals. That's what our friend over here is doing. Heavy animals. I have animals, don't get me wrong. I do. I definitely have animals, but I'm not going as much as Rusty here is on the heavy animal approach. I'm definitely doing animals, but not as severe as he is. He's got all kinds of animals going, man. He's got more animals than he knows what to do with. 2 barley fields. Bunches of sheep. Really hasn't done a whole lot else. I do want to see what he was doing over there. I think it was just grass, but I do want to see what he was doing over there. But he definitely did something different over there. What's he got here? Canola. The cows, obviously we already knew about that. I'm not sure if we'll do cows at some point or not. We're not doing them right now, but maybe later on in the series we might. This looks like just more grass. It is more grass. Yeah, so he's still got a lot of room to develop that he hasn't developed yet, if you will. I'm sure he will be doing that sooner than later. But he's got a lot of development still to be done. But he's making good money based off of what he's utilizing so far. We're going to make a hell of a lot of money here in the near future, I can tell you that much. Right now we might not be, but I'm telling you, very soon we're going to make a ton of money. But anyway, we'll leave the episode at that point, gang. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for your support. And we'll see you in the next one.